Are you looking for a unique kind of tour aboard a sort of different or unique kind of vehicle as well? So you might want to try the Bambike Eco Tour project, which is part of a social ecological advocacy to promote new green economies here in the country. And with us today is the founder of Bambike, or Bamboo Bicycle, Brian Benitez McClelland. He'll give us more details about this endeavor. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
Doing very well. Thanks for having me.
So you've been very busy with these tours, and first let's talk about the Bambike. What is the Bambike? I know you co-founded it and you made the very first one. Tell us about this.
So the Bambike is a combination of two ideas I had. One is working with Gawad Kalinga, so creating sustainable community development projects for the poor, and then having that be a livelihood component combined with, creating a sustainable transportation vehicle. So it's a very labor-intensive product to make, and we're utilizing local building materials with the bamboo and the abaca, which come from the Philippines, and creating Filipino jobs.
Right, exactly. So first of all, it's a bike made out of bamboo and abaca.
That's right.
So it's eco-friendly. And what made you come up with this idea?
Well, so it's not a completely original idea.
Okay.
Bamboo has been used for a lot of different structural purposes for thousands of years. But I helped introduce the technology here to the Philippines because I was working on a sustainable community development project, and it really fit in well for the livelihood component.
Okay.
So yeah, you combine the greenest building material on the planet, which is bamboo, with the most efficient machine that man has ever created, which is the bicycle, and then you have Bambike.
Right, right. Oh, there's a trike, a Bam trike.
Yeah, we have sidecars.
Sidecars.
The kids and the whole family can ride. It's a lot of fun.
Right, right. And you have these guys in Tarlac who are part of Gawad Kalinga that are helping you. You have a team of these people. So tell me, what are you doing for them, and what exactly, tell me the story of how this came about.
Sure.
You
so
with Gawad Kalinga and these guys.
I started out as a volunteer with Gawad Kalinga. We were helping them create Green Kalinga, which is the green development program. And I was able to bring in a professional bike builder to help train myself and two guys originally how to build the bamboo bike. Since then, this was in the end of 2009. 2010, we founded Bambike, and now we have 6 full-time bike builders. And we're in the community in GK Victoria Tarlac, and we're trying to, provide rural jobs for the people that need them the most, so that there isn't urban migration, so that the families don't split up, and the breadwinners can have, work with benefits near home.
Right.
And we're providing Social Security, health benefits, and then also we have a community reinvestment program where we're donating part of the proceeds into the community through supporting the Cebu school teacher, weekly feeding program, as well as helping with sponsorship of kids' books and scholarships.
That's great. So it's actually giving livelihood and jobs to these people in these communities and other projects as well. Through what? Are you selling these Bambikes, or is it through the tours that we are actually going to be talking about right now? So you are doing these tours, and they're unique because it's not a walking tour, and it's not a tour with those, what do you call those things? I've seen those.
Parang Segway.
The Segway.
Yeah.
This is using the Bambike, and you do a tour around where? Intramuros,
yes.
correct? Okay.
So that's right. Well, we have one of our revenue streams is the tour. That's a relatively new part of the business.
Okay.
But primarily we're a bike company, so we sell bamboo bikes around the world. They've passed the international bike standards.
Oh, amazing.
So they are world-class products. They can be exported anywhere around the world, and very fortunately, we've had customers from all over the place, and the Philippine president proudly gives away our bicycles to various heads of state. So we're very proud of the work that our Gawad Kalinga guys can do.
Right.
And yeah, we've been slowly building, from the ground up, and we really hope to help bring a higher prestige to the lowly bamboo plant. You know, many people have a perspective, it's the poor man's lumber, but we want to really rebrand it as a really high quality, high performing material.
Right.
And it's a new industry that can really help create a lot of rural jobs, which is what the Philippines really needs.
Exactly. And then, which also brings us again to one of the revenue is the tour that you mentioned. Tell us about this so people can avail of the tour or join one of your tours. Are you personally within the tour with them? Or do
Sometimes.
You have okay.
I don't lead every tour.
Okay.
It's not a character-driven tour like Carlos Heldron, who we all know and love. But I do lead the tours sometimes. But so Bambike Eco Tours is a project that we formed with the Intramuros administration.
Okay.
And we're located just next to the Casa Manila Museum. So we have a little shop there, and we do guided bike tours on our bamboo bikes around the old walled city of Intramuros. So it's part, eco-adventure, part cultural heritage lesson. We want to try and bring a new perspective to, our history. And if you look at Manila, Intramuros is one of the only really original and preserved places with the architecture from, 400 years ago.
Right.
So we try to shed a different light on the whole experience there, because when you're walking around, you can only get so far.
True.
If you're on a calesa, you can only go into so many places.
Yes.
And by partnership with the Intramuros administration, we now have access to go inside the wall, outside the wall, on top of the wall, in and out around Fort Santiago. So we can really cover a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Exactly, great. I mean, for people like me, because I did now we're flashing it on the screen, the details to if people want to join the tour, but I've done the walking tour and it does get pretty exhausting, although it's good exercise, but then a Bambike would be great exercise as well, because you're biking around the area and you can go further. You can go to different places as well.
That's right, and even when it's hot, you have a constant, 8-kilometer-an-hour breeze. So
exactly.
You can go from shade to shade, and you don't get so sweaty, and you have a lot of fun. So you should join us.
Definitely, it's something to try. I mean, I do love Manila and the walls of Intramuros. So for people who are interested, I think we just flashed the info of how they can join the tour. But what about if they want to get the bike? If they want to get a Bambike?
Right, so we have a shop located in the Plaza San Luis complex,
Okay.
which is where we start the tours from. So those are available. We also have information on our Facebook page and bambike.com. You can purchase online or get in touch with us directly, or just swing by our Bambike shop in Intramuros.
Right, and the revenue and the sales, the profit goes to good deed, like it goes to the community.
Right, so 10% of our proceeds go back into the community through our various programs. And we really want to kind of change the way business is done.
Right.
And we embrace a triple bottom line. So we really focus on doing things for the people by reinvesting in the communities, taking care of our planet by sustainably harvesting our bamboo, and replanting more than we harvest, and pushing for progress. So having a new kind of social enterprise that is more holistic in its value of what is profitable.
Right, exactly. So it's got everything in it. Well, good for you, and good luck to your endeavor. Thanks, Brian, for coming to Daybreak.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. And that was Brian Benitez McClellan. He's the founder of the Bambike.